Hello, today we will discuss about the transmission media, the properties of the cables like noise immunity, speed of transmission, frequency, and their wiring standards and the cabling connection. So let's first start with the property of cables. The first is noise immunity. Noise is a random fluctuation in an electrical signal. So noise generated in a cable affect the information or data signals, means the data carried by the cables are affected due to the noise. So coaxial cables are adversely affected by the noise created by external sources, whereas fiber cables are more immune to the noise effects. So cables with more immunity to the noise should be designed to reduce the signal degradations. The next is speed of transmission. Each cables have their own speed of transmitting signal, like coaxial cable transmit data at lower rate, whereas fiber cable transmit signals at faster rate. So according to the demand of network, desired cables must be installed in the network. The next is frequency. Each cable has a specified maximum frequencies that define how much transmission bandwidth it can handle. Like category 5 cables are tested at 100 MHz maximum frequency and transmit signals at 1 gigabits per second in short distances, whereas category 6 is tested at 250 MHz frequencies and it handles data at 1 Gbps in long distance communication. So according to the demand of bandwidths in network, desired cables are installed. Next is distance of transmission. So each cable has different speed of transmission. It means these cable can transmit signals in some defined range or distance. So some cables are installed for long distance communication and some are for short distance communication. So they are installed according to the need of the network. As the signal travel, it starts degrading due to the losses. So it is the main property of the cable that has to be decided before installing the cable in the network. The next are wiring standard. The wiring standard is TIA EIA 568A and TIA EIA 568B. So these are the two standards. The Telecommunication Industry Association Electronics Industries Alliance is a set of telecommunication standards which define the industry standard for correct crimping of 4-pair UTP cables. So it includes two wiring standard. One is TIA EIA 568AB 568A and next is TIA EIA 568B. So this is the wiring standard TIA EIA 568A. It has the coloring scheme like white and green. Next is green, next white and orange, blue, white and blue, orange, white and brown. So this is the wiring standard used in 568A. Next is this is coloring code of 568B. It has on coloring code. The next is straight through cable. Cable connections. The first is straight through cable. So it is used to do the straight connection between the devices, such as connection between the host and client. So these cables have the pin assignment on each end of the cable. Like pin 1 connector A connects to the pin 1 on the connector B, whereas pin 2 to the pin 2 and so on. Means they are connected straight through like this. The pin 1 is connected to the pin 1 at the destination, same as 2. Pin 2 is connected to the 2 at the destination, 3 to 3, 4 to 4. So they are connecting straight through. The next is crossover cable. Crossover cables are same as straight through cables, but with little difference that transmitter and receiver wires are crossed. It means they are at opposite position on both ends of the cable. So in this type of connection, 586B standard is used. For example, pin 1 on connector A goes to pin 2 on connector B, whereas pin 2 on connector A goes to pin 1 on the connector B. So they are connected crossover. This is used to connect two hosts directly, such as connecting a computer directly to another computer, connecting a switch directly to the another switch, or connecting a router to a router. Like this. The pin 1 is connected to the pin 3, whereas pin 2 of transmitter is connected to the pin 6 of the receiver. Pin 6 of the transmitter is connected to the pin 2 of the transmitter. So they are connected crossover. Next is rollover cables. Rollover cables have opposite pin assignment on each end of the cable. Like pin 1 of connector A will connect it to pin 8 of connector B, whereas pin 2 of connector A will be connected to the pin 7 of the connector B. So they are not used to carry data but used to create an connection between the devices. Like this, they are connected using 568B standard. Next is hardware loopback. Hardware loopback connections are used to check the capability of a device that it can transmit and receive the signal efficiently in the network. Basically, it is used to check the device that it is working in the network or not. So this is process of routing a signal of data back to their source without any modification. So this is used to test the transmission or transportation infrastructure of a network device. So this is all about transmission media, in which we have learned about properties and wiring standards and the cabling connection. So this is all for today. Thank you.